Well, a very good evening and welcome to our live streaming from day one of the National Championships here at the Dublin Horse Show. Of course, you join us just in time for the first horse who will be entered into the arena for the 3-year-old potential event horse champion for 2021, kindly sponsored by Horse Sport Ireland. Ian Stark is our judge. We'll catch up with him in a little while. But we're all set and ready to go with our first horse this evening, and that's lot number 1. MT Luxan, Kieran.
Yeah, this is Mount Luxan, a bay filly owned and bred by Garrett Carlisle, by the Holsteiner Sar Kazan. And the name of this one by Luxazed, which of course stood down with the Mar family at Kedra House Stud in Care in County Tipperary. It qualified at Kernan's Equestrian Centre. Number 1, Mount Luxan.
Kassan is a stallion by Casal. Liddy Keenan, who competes for United States of America, rides him on the circuit. On the Sar de Dam, as Kieran said, Lux Z. Number 1.
Well, of course, Brendan, there's marks for scores for confirmation, for movement. And then, of course, they will be asked to, we'll see them performing over the fences just behind us.
So 30 points for confirmation, 20 for walk and trot, 30 points for canter, 30 for jumping, 10 for reflexes, 10 for standard of training and presentation, and 20 points for potential and suitability, 150 points in total. And the prize fund, well, 5,000 euros will be going to the winner. So Ian Stark, well, we're delighted to have with him 3 Olympic Games, enjoyed a host of other sporting triumphs, including medals at the World and the European Championships and 3 badminton wins. He also holds an unequaled record of being the only rider to ever place 1st and 2nd at badminton in the same year, and that was back in 1988. He's a course designer and builds up to 5-star level. He's also built 4-star here in Ireland at Fairy House, at Tattersalls, and across in the US. So a nice blood type. by Cassan, which is the Casal sire that Lily Keenan competes with. $150 points is the maximum score. So is that enough? One more. Well, a nice way to finish off there. Really nice jump there by MT Luxan. That one by Cassan out of the Sire of the Dam Luxed, qualified at Kernan's and owned by Garrett Carlisle.
And Garrett, of course, a previous winner of the 3-year-old championship.
Remember, they're given 30 points for confirmation, 20 for walk and trot, 30 for canter, 30 points for jump, 10 for reflexes, 10 for standard of training and presentation, and 20 points potential and suitability.
Well, just about to make the way in at number 2. This one jointly owned by Amelda Dillon and Austin Quigley. It's a brown gelding, in fact, bred by Amelda Dillon at the Sampson's Court stud in Balnakill in County Laois.
No, it's number 8. Number 8, I beg your pardon. Number running order, or horse number 8, KSH Society.
Which is owned and bred by James McAvoy. This one, in fact, bred by James MacDonald from Hollymount in County Mayo. It's by a very popular Irish sport horse, Rehi High Society. And a dam of this one by OBS Quality. Qualified at Ross House Equestrian Centre.
Rehi High Society stands in County Clare. Rehi High Society is by Harlequin out of a Carnival Nightmare. And the Sire of the Dam, OBS Quality, certainly needs no introduction at all. He's been responsible for a number of top-class international show jumpers and also had the winner of this back in 2017, the good stallion Lagan's OBOS Quality, which stands with the Kennedys down in Limerick and Tralee. The aim of this class is to identify the highly desired, good-looking horse with potential for the discipline of eventing and to assist breeders and produce to their present 3-year-old stock to the best advantage for modern eventing competitions.
Well, of course, they're being judged on conformation as well as movement, their step, how they cover the ground, along with their athleticism over the obstacles.
James McAvoy and his family have been coming to Dublin for years, always been in the lineup, always brought a good sort and a good type. From Ballyward. And James, in recent years, has been producing a lot of really nice event horses. So this one, number 8 in your catalogue, James McAvoy's KSH Society. One more. So that was number 8, KSH Society, bred by James MacDonald, owned by James McAvoy, and it's by the sire Rehi High Society and the sire the dam OBOS Quality, number 8 in your running order. So 2 gone. Number 6 is a non-runner, Lagan's Cornet Lad. As we go to our next one, it'll be number 12 in your catalogue.
Yes, that'll be the third one in. Number 12 in the catalogue, as Brendan said, Cloverfield Lad. This one owned by John Murray. Just making his way in them. It's a grey gelding. This one was bred by Brian Hennigan from Tuam in County Galway. It's by Cardento Royale. The dam was by Vangelis. This one qualified at Kernan's Equestrian Centre. So our third one in, as we said, number 12 in your catalogue.
HSF Cardento Royale stands with Owen Horan. As the name suggests, it's by Cardento and the sire the dam Cavalier. Ian Stark is our judge. Doing for confirmation. To take you on those points again. $30 for confirmation, 20 for walk and trot, 30 for canter, 30 for jump, 10 for reflexes. So this one, number 4, Coco Douglas by Art VDL Douglas on the Sar de Dam Pacino.
Highest it goes? Is it? Once more, is it? What? I know.
So that was number 4, Coco Douglas. Coco Douglas, owned by Maria Griffin, and bred by her as well, and qualified at the County Clare Showgrounds by RDS Douglas. Running order number 13 will be next.
Yeah, this is Gemma Phelan's Cushless Sitcom. It's a big gelding bred by J.P. Finlay from Castleblaney in County Monaghan. The dam of this one is by the Holsteiner sire Vittorio, and the dam is by Apache du Adrien, which is a Selle Francais, and this one qualified at the Top Flight Equestrian Centre in County Kilkenny. So it's number 13, Gemma Phelan's Cushless Sitcom.
Hey, some scores will be coming up in a few moments' time. This one is, Kieran said, bred by J.P. Finlay. J.P. Finlay and the Cronin brothers work well together up in County Monaghan. Vittorio stood at Drumhowen Stud.
So this is number 13, Gemma Phelan's Kushla's Stitkem. Brown gelding bred by J.P. Finlay from Castleblaney, County Monaghan by Vittorio. Qualified at the Top Flight Equestrian Centre in County Kilkenny. And of course, Brendan, the owner of this one, Gemma Phelan from County Waterford, well known on the Grand Prix show jumping circuit here in Ireland.
Good judge and a good producer.
I did this years ago for Tommy Brennan. It's a horrible job. On the ground.
One more. So that was number 13, Gemma Phelan's Kushlas Sitchum. Won by the Holsteiner side, Victorio, and bred by J.P. Finlay in Shanton and Castleblaney in County Monaghan. I'm not sure, are we getting some scores? Johnny is our equip or keep scorer.
Well, once again, Horseport Ireland, thanks to them, are very generous sponsors of our 3-year-old potential event horse championship here at the Horse Show. And as we said, €5,000 for the winner and prize money all the way down to 10th place.
Can we get some scores? Yep. Yeah. Oh, perfect.
So this is number 7. It's number 10 in your catalogue. This is Anne Maguire's Daroon Aston. Chestnut gelding, in fact, bred by Anne Maguire. And the sire of this one is Jaguar Male, Self-Francais. And the dam of this one by Clover Hill. And this one qualified at Towerbride Equestrian Centre. So number 7, number 10 in your catalogue, Daroon Aston.
I'll just, that's the final one, so I'll just tell you them from a keeper, if that's all right. Take a minute.
Oh, the people on Equip can actually see them first, can they?
Yeah, they can see them online as well.
Already?
Well, just as I'm about to put them on up now. first one.
I didn't really want to use it on my phone, but
If you give me 1 minute, I'll be able to tell you all of them. Not on your phone.
Well, just about to get underway in the jumping phase. This is Anne Maguire's homebred Deroon Aston. Chester gelding by the Self-Francais sire, Jaguar Male, and the dam, of course, by the great sire, Clover Hill. Qualified at Turbogride Equestrian Centre. Number 7 on your start list, number 10 in the catalogue.
If you want to just put them up, so the first one, if you want to write them down,
Yeah.
I'll just give you the first two, and then I'm going to submit the rest.
Okay.
First one got 121. First horse in 121. Second horse in 117.5.
117.5.
Yeah.
We don't do halves. Let's stretch that.
Yeah, the first two.
We do halves now.
No, you won't have it.
Once again.
Well, just before you give some scores, that was number 10 in your catalogue, Maguire's homebred Deroon Aston by the Self-Francais sire, Jaguar Male. Ben, I think we've got some scores in.
Yeah, they're coming. So number 1 that was into the ring with us, MT Luxan, had a grand score of 121.00. Number 2, KSH Society, owned by James McAvoy, by the sire Rene High Society. They scored 117.5. So they're the 2 scores in. More scores to follow.
Now we go to number 8, number 3 in your catalogue. And this is Dan Galvin's Covan. It's a big gelding. In fact, this one homebred by Dan Galvin. It's by the Westphalians Cobra. And the dam of this one by Bearing, which is a thoroughbred. And here's another one that qualified at the Top Flight Equestrian Centre in County Kilkenny.
So Cobra. The latest Cobra owned by Tony Noble. A lot of really nice horses by him on the circuit. And a lot more to come true.
He seems to be a very popular sire with the show jumpers.
Yeah, he had a lot of good horses jumping at 150, 160 level. So it was a great addition to the breeding ranks here. Two other scores in. Number 12, Colourfield Lad by HSF Cardento Royale, owned by John Murray, 98.5. Number 4, Coco Douglas, the RDS Douglas mare, sorry, the Pacino, owned and bred by Maria Griffin, 107. Silver first one, MT Luxan, is out there in the lead on 121.
So we're at the halfway stage of our 15 finalists. This is number 8 on the start list, number 3 on the catalogue. This is Dan Galvin's homebred Covan by Cobra 18. So that was number 8 in the drawn order. Number 3 in the catalogue, Dan Galvin's homebred Covan. As we said, by Cobra, big gelding, qualified at Top Flight Equestrian Centre.
So another score in for number 13, but number 5 in your running order. The Gemma Phelan-owned Kushlas Sitchin. That one by Vittorio. That scored 111.5. Third place at the moment.
So join us in the ring. Number 9 on your start list. Number 11 in your catalogue. This is Michael Moran's #Vogue. Chester filly, bred by James Nash from Scariff in County Clare. And this one by a very popular sire on that part of the country, Future Trend. And the dam of this one by Silvano. And here's another one that qualified at the Top Flight Equestrian in County Kilkenny. Number 9, #Vogue.
James Nash, the breeder of this one, certainly has a lot of nice mares. Future Trend was a horse that jumped on the National Grand Prix circuit by Michael Cusack, then went and stood with the Kennedys. And a stallion that has got a lot of really, really nice progeny, all with great minds. So the leaderboard. Number 1, MT Luxan on a score of 121. In second, KSH Society, 117.5. And in third, Gemma Phelan's Kushlas Sitchin, 111.5. They're the top 3. Horseboard Ireland, a very generous sponsor. And if you've just joined us on the live streaming, Ian Stark is our judge.
Well, that's number 9 of our 15 finalists. It's a number 11 in your catalogue. Michael Moran's #Vogue, bred by James Nash from Scariff in County Clare by Future Trend. Just about to get underway in its jumping phase.
Where are you staying? So that was
Number 9, hashtag Vogue.
hashtag Vogue. By Future Trend, the sire that I'm Silvano, owned by Michael Moran. We've got a score in, number 7 in your running order, number 10 in your catalogue, Daroon Aston. Our judges give it a grand total of 96. 96. We've got another score in for number 3, running our catalogue number 3, running order number 8. Kovan by Cobra got a score of 110.
So next up in the running order, the drawn order is number 10. Number 7 in your catalogue, as yet unnamed. And this one owned by the Kennedy Brothers Sport Horses. Bred by Cormac Kennedy. Down in Tralee in County Kerry, by their own sire, one of their many top-class sires, Lagan's OBOS quality, who in fact won the final here back in 2017. The dam of this one by another one of their sires, Aldat, as I said, and this one qualified at the County Clare showgrounds. So number 10 in the running order, number 7 in your catalogue, as yet unnamed.
As you mentioned, Lagan's OBOS quality won here as a 3-year-old. Been very successful under saddle. Sinead Kennedy has been competing with him. In more recent times, Paul Beecher has been on board, but he's had a busy season at stud. Irish breeders have been supporting him really well. So Owen McLaughlin is leading up. Usually we'd see one of the Kennedy brothers doing the job themselves, but Owen is from Longford and has been working down with Kieran this season. We've got another score in for you. Catalogue number 11, hashtag Vogue. Grand total of 106. 106. Still out in the lead, MT Luxan.
Yeah, that leads it on a score of 1-2-1. It was the first one in our final here this evening, our 3-year-old potential event horse final, sponsored by Horseport Ireland. Remember, that very big prize fund of €5,000 goes to the winner here this evening.
So that was the unnamed by Lagan's OBOS Quality, the Sardadam Al Data Z. The Kennedy brothers sport horses on this one. Owen McLaughlin showing it.
Well, let's see if he's going to be as good as his sire, who won the final here back in 2017. Of course, now stands with the Kennedy brothers. Lagan's OBOS Quality.
Five left to go.
Well, this is number 11 of our 15. Number 14 in the catalogue. This is Jessica Ty's Taverneau Zeus, homebred. It's grey gelding by Captain Cruz. And the dam of this one by Brilliant Lad. This one qualified at the Tubber Bride Equestrian Centre.
CC Captain Cruz by Captain Clover. Ridden successfully by Gabriel Slattery, where he stands. Brilliant Lad was a thoroughbred.
So the first one in still leads it on that score of 1-2-1. MT Luxan leading our 3-year-old potential event horse championship final here at the Royal Dublin Society Horse Show, sponsored by Horseport Ireland.
So this one, catalogue number 14, running order number 11.
Yeah, this is Jessica Ty with our homebred Taverneau Zeus. Right, Captain Cruz, down by the Turbo Sire Brilliant Lad. Qualified at Tubber Bride Equestrian Centre. Just about get underway in its jumping phase.
So a result in for the unnamed Lagan OBOS Quality, a score of 103.5. So MT Luxan is in the lead. KSH Society in second. Kushlas Sitchin in third. Kovan in fourth. Coco Douglas in fifth. Hashtag Vogue in sixth. The Unnamed in seventh. Coverfield Lad in eighth. And Darun Ashton in ninth.
What's with them?
One more. So that was number 14, Tavanu Zeus, a gelding by CC Captain Cruz, owned and bred by Jessica Ty.
So just 4 left to go. Next up will be number 12 in your start list. And it's number 5 in your catalogue. This is Padraig Howley's Tubber Dane Bourneville Star. Should be with us very shortly. So as we said, this is number 12, number 5 in your catalogue. And this is Padraig Howley's Tubber Dane Bourneville Star, black gelding. It's bred by Padraig Arthur from Athlone in County Roscommon. And this one by a very popular sire at the moment, Sligo Candy Boy. And the dam here by Luxa Z, another one that qualified at Tubber Bride Equestrian Centre. Number 12 on your start list, and as we said, number 5 in the catalogue.
Well, Padraig Hawley has the stallion Sligo Candy Boy by Balu Derue. And he's a horse that has really made a big name for himself on the national circuit and internationally as well. A lot of horses being sold by him.
He's had the winner of the 3-year-olds here in both the eventing and the show jumping on a few occasions here during the international show.
And Tiernan Gill is the handler. So Sligo Candy Boy, the sire of this gelding, and the sire of the dam Lux Z.
So this is number 5 in your catalogue. Patrick Cowley's Turberdine Bourneville Star. About to get underway in the jumping phase.
Tiernan, can we just check the right front boot?
Well, still out in the lead, the first in. Mount Luxan leading on a score of 1-2-1.
So that was number 12 running order.
Number 5 in the catalogue, Patrick Cowley's Turberdine Bourneville Star. Black gelding by Sligo Candy Boy.
We would score in for number 14, the CC Captain Cruise gelding, owned and bred by Jessica Ty, and gets a grand total of 114. So that's good enough for third.
I think it's third, yeah. 1-2-1 leads it, which was first in. 117.5 is in second, KSH Society. So next up is 114, number 11, Savannah Zeus.
2 left.
Well, this is the second last one. Number 14 on the start list, number 15 in the catalogue. And this one unnamed as yet, owned by Trade Horse Limited. It's a bay filly, bred by George Hill from Carrymacross in County Monaghan. This one by the Hanoverian sire Gold Fever. And the dam by Cardento.
Gold Fever doesn't have many number 9. We have now, it's Calvinstown Special Cruise. It's a gelding by I'm Special Demuse, at the start of the dam cruising. Bred by Finian McLaughlin and Carla Essler. And it's owned by them both as well. I'm Special Demuse certainly needs no introduction at all. A popular sire here with Irish breeders, but also with breeders around the world. And certainly getting them performing at the very top level.
So this is the third last to go in our 3-year-old potential event horse national championship final, sponsored by Horseport Ireland.
That was my fault. I said there was only 2 left.
I forgive you.
Remind you, more 3-year-old jumping here tomorrow evening. The 3-year-old jumpers will be performing. That'll also be live streamed. And the 4-year-old final as well tomorrow in the main ring. Another one of the highlights of this championships. And then on Sunday, we go with all the young horse jumping finals, starting with the 5-year-old championship, 9 o'clock on Sunday morning.
And of course, we'll have the usual format in the 4-year-old final, where the finalists, the horses, will be ridden by outside riders who will come in for the final. Always a very, very interesting class, and of course, in the main arena tomorrow. So it's going to be a really, really big event. So this is number 13, number 9 in your catalogue, Finian McLaughlin and Carla Essler's Clabbystown Special Cruise by I'm Special Demuse. The dam at this one by cruising, qualified at Ross House Equestrian Centre.
So that was the I'm Special Demuse gelding. So a result has come in for running on number 12, but number 5 on the catalogue, the Sligo Candy Boy, owned by Padraig Howley, shown by Tiernan Gill. It's a grand score of 131, so that's a new leader. That pushes MT Luxan, who has been our long-time leader, down into second place at this moment in time. So a new leader on 131.
Well, now we've got the second last one making its way into the ring. Number 14 on the start list, number 15 in your catalogue. This one, the unnamed 3-year-old, owned by Trade Horse Limited. It's a bay filly bred by George Hill from Carrickmacross in County Monaghan. It's by the sire Gold Fever. The dam of this one by the Holstein sire Cardento. It qualified at Kernan's Equestrian Centre. So the second last to go in our potential event horse 3-year-old final, sponsored by Horseboard Ireland.
Gold Fever, well, a really, really interesting one. He's the horse that Ludger Beerbaum jumped all around the world with and at major World Cups and Championships. Chestnut Stallion. Not that many of them in this country, but the Sire de Dam Cardento, and he, of course, really in the headlines at the moment, has been the sire of Kilkenny.
So we've got a new leader with 2 left to go. Number 12 on the start list leads it, Turberdane Bourneville Star, with a score of 131 points.
So this one by Gold Fever.
Yeah, bred by George Hill, as we said, from Carrickmacross in County Monaghan. Qualified up at Kernan's Equestrian Centre.
So that was the Gold Fever mare. So a score in for the I'm Special to Muse gelding. Got a grand total of 105.5. 105.5.
Well, that means still leading Porter Howley's Toberdane Bourneville Star. Remember that one? By Sligo Candy Boy, that still leads it on a score of 131. One left to go.
Top 10 at the moment. Toberdane Bourneville Star leads. MT Luxan in second. KSH Society in third. Tavana Zeus in fourth. Kushlas Shitcham in fifth, Kovan in sixth, Coco Douglas in seventh, hashtag Vogue in eighth, Claviston Special Cruise in ninth, and then the unnamed, which is the Lagans OBOS in ninth.
Well, we're down to the last
Sorry,
now.
in 10th, I beg your pardon, 10th.
We're down to the last and the 3-year-old potential event horse national championship final sponsored by Horseport Ireland. The last to go, number 15, number 2 in the catalogue. It's the unnamed Bay Gelding, jointly owned by Amelda Dillon and Austin Quidley. In fact, also bred by Amelda Dillon at the Samson Court Stud at Balnakill in County Laois. By Capri Van Overis Azed. And the dam of this one by Crivo Ferro Exhibi. And this one qualified at Ross House Equestrian Centre. The final competitor, as we said, in our 3-year-old potential event horse final.
Norman, 105.5. So we need a very special performance from this final one. Capri Van Overzed jumped on the circuit. Says online that it's Monbeg Stud standing this one. So the presentation will happen in here directly after this final horse. All horses be on ready for prize giving. It will happen pretty quickly because we're on the live stream.
Well, as we said earlier, a very big prize fund on offer here this evening for this 3-year-old national championship final, Horseport Ireland. The winner takes home that very nice cheque of €5,000 and the prize money all the way down to 10th place.
The unnamed Gold Fever. Score in for this one, 102.5. 102.5.
Third is the 117. Fourth is the 114. Fifth is the 111.5. Sixth is 110.
Go Douglas, 107. 8th is hashtag Vogue, 106. 9th is Special Crew, 105.5. And 10th is the 10th is in the Gold Field. Sorry, 10th is 103.5. 103. That's Kennedy's.
Yeah.
Sorry, you'll know in a second how this goes.
So that's the Capri van over a Z gelding.
Owned and bred by Amelda Dillon, also jointly owned by Austin Quigley, bred down at the Sampson's Court Stud in Balnakill in County Laois, and as Brendan said, by Capri van Overus Z. Our final competitor in our 3-year-old potential event horse championship final, sponsored by Horsesport Ireland.
So Kieran will give out the final result and the leaderboard. But all the top 10, as it is at the moment, be on the ready.
Well, of course, we've got to wait for the final score.
Final score, and I'm going to get a quick word with Ian Stark.
But leading it at the moment, before we have the final score in, was number 12, Turberdan Boneville Star, on a score of 131. So let's see, is he going to be our 2021 champion here at the Royal Dublin Society Horse Show?
Well, Ian Stark, our judge, you had a nice group of horses to look at here this evening.
Yeah, lovely horses. I was impressed. It's not easy for them. You know, they're only 3-year-olds, and there's a lot of distractions, and you know, they really knuckled down and gave a good performance.
As a bunch of horses, what impressed you about them all?
I thought they all, you know, to a T, they all moved rather well. They were a little bit greener and in some instances on the jumping, but their attitude is what I liked. You know, and it's what we all think about of horses that come from Ireland. You know, they're sort of they knuckle down and get on with their work, and I like that.
I see on the scoring, if a horse moved very well, that had certainly a good advantage. Do you need that nowadays whenever you go look at the Olympic Games in terms of the dressage? It's a big part.
Yeah, it's probably becoming more of a big part than the cross country, especially when you look at the Olympics last week. But yeah, they've got to move. But I mean, for me, I don't mind if they're not extravagant as long as they're loose and supple and able to work from behind. You know, the engine, the hind legs are all important. And if they've got a bit of presence, then that's going to help.
Of course, we're waiting on the final result to come in, but the horse that's leading at the moment, the Sligo Candy Boy, he was an exceptional mover.
Yeah, fantastic mover, a lovely stamp of horse, and you know, it had a bit of a stop in the jumping, but 3-year-olds, I don't really mind that. It's the reactions and how they move on and how they progress, and you know, he thought about jumping it from a standstill, and I'm kind of glad he didn't, because I didn't want him to bash himself. But I liked his attitude, and I thought his real temperament and movement and the trainability of him, I think, was what struck me.
Okay, well done. It's good to have you with us. I think Kieran has the final results, and then we'll go with the top 10. He needs a calculator. He has a calculator beside him in Johnny. Johnny's gone on to become a dentist. He only has another 2 years to do. And then we probably won't see him back here at the horse show anymore. 2 years. But a big thanks to our arena party for looking after us and keeping everything going so well. Of course, the live streaming will be back with us again tomorrow. For those of you who are lucky enough to be here today, but maybe not here tomorrow, you can tune in. Alison Corbelly from Horse Sport Ireland, accompanied by Nadia Ray, will be on hand for the presentation.
Now we have the score for the final competitor, the unnamed 3-year-old, that was number 15, a final score of 112.50. So that means our champion is the 3-year-old Sligo Candy Boy, gelding Turberdine Bournevale Star. And we'll give you the full result in just a moment.
Yeah, number 5. That's the running order you're looking at.
So Alison Corbelly joins us from Horse Sport Ireland. Alison, well done to everybody at Horse Sport Ireland for the sponsorship and the continued support at this championships. It's really, really coming to fruition, all the money that has gone into the sport. We're actually seeing a lot of the results now.
It's great for all the riders, producers, breeders to be able to come here this week and have something to aim for. It's wonderful that the show has gone on and gives them an opportunity to get the horses out and showcase them. So it's super. Congratulations to the RDS.
And this is really the shop window, but in terms of around the country, you guys have been supporting lots of shows and putting a lot of money in there. It's welcomed and appreciated.
Yeah, well, it's thanks to the Department of Agriculture. All the money comes from them to support the breeders and producers, and the last couple of years it's really been paying dividends. We've had 2 horses at the Olympics and Irish bred horses produced through the RDS and the Studbook Series and Breeders' Classic. So I think it's helping everybody. So it's with thanks to them and the government.
Yeah, it's important, and certainly it's more and more of it. But whenever you look at the programme that you have developed down through the years, it takes time, and it's a bit like this class here as well. It takes time to get them to come through and then see them at the top level.
Well, wasn't it wonderful at the Olympics to see Ballickmore Class, who was here as a young horse? So it's super to see, and again Kilkenny as a 4-year-old here. So it's lovely to see them go on, start here, and the potential that people can see them here as a young horse and then go on to the top level.
The winner has just come in. He's a really, really nice horse, really striking horse and a really good individual, and shown professionally by Tiernan Gill, as you would expect. But he's a horse that you could see going on.
Absolutely, yeah, he excelled. He came in here and really settled into the job and did a really good performance. So he's a lovely horse.
Just one final question. Ireland have been at the top of the world rankings for a number of years. We're now we've slipped a little bit, but can we get back there?
Well, we're doing a good job on show jumping, going from 14th back to 9th this year. And on the eventing side, I think the sport of eventing has changed over the last number of years, and it will continue to evolve. We've introduced the last 3 years a thoroughbred percentage scheme to try and encourage breeders to use more thoroughbred blood. And that has increased the population. Now 12% of the foals for the last 2 years are 70% blood or more. So it helps to have a little bit more blood, even though the Olympics probably doesn't need it because of the level of eventing. But your Burley and your Badminton still does. So yes, we'd be hopeful. We're certainly trying to get back up there.
Well done. I'll let you go, make the presentation along with our judge to our winner. And Kieran, we'll let you take you through the presentation.
Well, Brandon, we have a result for you, but we've known the winner for quite a while. Our winner is number 12 on the start list, number 5 in your catalogue. The Sligo Hero gelding Turberdine Bournevale Star on a score of 131. In second place, it was the first one in, Mount Loxan, number 1 on the start list, also number 1 in the catalogue. That was second on the score of 121 points. In second place, it's been there in third place, which was there for quite a while, the KSH Society number 2 on the start list, number 8 in the catalogue on a score of 117.5. Next up, in fourth. In fourth place, number 11 on your start list, number 14 on the catalogue, Tavanna Zeus, on a score of 114. In fifth.
You like that horse?
The last one in, number 15, the unnamed. Number 15 on the start list, number 2 in the catalogue. That was fifth on the score of 112.5. That one by Capri Van Overs Z. In sixth place. Number 5, number 13 in the catalogue, Kushla Stitcom, on a score of 111.5. In seventh, Kovan, number 8 in the start list, number 3 in the catalogue, on a score of 110. In eighth place, Coco Douglas, number 4 in your catalogue, on a score of 107. In ninth place, number 11 in your catalogue, hashtag Vogue, on a score of 106. And finally, in 10th, number 9, Clabbystown Special Cruise, on a score of 105.5. So Alison Corbally is joining us for the presentation on behalf of Horseport Ireland, our very generous sponsors once again this year at the Dublin Horse Show. Our thanks to Ian Stark, who has been with us for the judging of our final, a renowned Olympian, represented his country on many, many occasions. Well, this is our champion. Number 5 in your catalogue. Owned by Padraig Hawley. This is Tubaden Bourneville Star, the black gelding, bred by Patrick Arthur from Athlone in County Roscommon, by a very popular sire of the moment, Sligo Candy Boy, with a dam also by a very good sire, Lux Z, which stood at the Kedra House Stud down in Cahir in County Tipperary. Led up here this evening by Tiernan Gill, who's produced so many good showing horses and sport horses down through the years, and has been a competitor here at the horse show for many, many years.
Thanks for everything today.
Yeah, cheers. Nice one.
You're on a roll.
So, ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for our champion as he makes his way out. Tiernan Gill leads it up. Well done to Padraig Hawley's Tubbardane Bourneville Star, our 2021 Provincial Event Horse National Champion here at the Royal Dublin Society, sponsored by Horseport Ireland. In second place, Garrett Carline's Mount Luxan, that one by the Holson sire Kazan. Another dam by Lux Z. And third in the lineup, KSH Society, that one by Rehi High Society. Owned by James McAvoy. Then in fourth, Tavanna Zeus. That one owned by Jessica Ty, in fact, bred by Jessica Ty by Captain Cruz. In 5th place, number 2 in your catalogue, Amelda Dillon and Austin Quinlan's unnamed 3-year-old. That one by Capri Veno versus Z. Bred by Amelda Dillon at the Sampson's Court Stud in County Leitch. In the 6th place, Cushing Stitcombe. That one owned by well-known show jumper Gemma Phelan from Dungarvan in County Waterford. This one bred by J.P. Finlay in County Monaghan by Vittorio. Next up in 7th place, Covan. Number 3 in your catalogue. This one owned and bred by Dan Galvin, as we said, by Cobra 18. The dam by the Turbosire Bearing. In 9th place, hashtag Vogue. That one owned by Michael Moore, bred by James Nash from Scariff in County Clare. Chester filly by Future Trend. And finally in 10th place, Clabbystown Special Cruise. That one owned by Finian McLaughlin and Carla Essler. Big Gelding by I'm Special to Muse. The dam by Cruising. So that's the final presentation of the day. Our thanks to Alison Corbally and Horseport Ireland, our very kind sponsors right through the day here at the Horse Show. And a special thanks to Ian Stark for joining us for the judging of the potential event horse sport final. So we'll see you all again tomorrow. Some great show jumping. We'll be going in the main arena once again. And don't forget to join us for the 3-year-old loose jumping here in the international warm-up tomorrow evening.